it is fair and just distribution of resources. Like
Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldinho Gaucho, Rayvani,
Harmonize, Kiba. Okay.
I had nothing on Christianity and other religions.
It's everyone is responsible. At any level, a lot of literatures.
Anatomy and biochemistry is both credit, but at least anatomy, you can refer to your body, like you can actually digit minorities, digitalis, flexes. But biochemistry, the pathways occur in a cellular level in your body. You can't even go and ask your enzyme. Hey, enzyme.
Welcome everybody, I'm Alifado, this is my colleague
Hassan Jaruddin,
and today we're doing the first episode of the TAMSA podcast, KCMUCo chapter. And our chief guest who we are delighted to introduce is his honorable self, Mr. Anza Lema. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm Reverend Anza Lema. I'm the Dean of Students in our university. And I'm happy to hear that you are sharing this important and you are linking the global aspect in this TAMSA chapter. So you're welcome in this session, and I hope to hear from you as we move forward in our discussion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As you know,
you're welcome.
As you know, he also taught us foundation of faith in year 1. So trust me, I had nothing on Christianity and other religions. It is him who taught me all of this. So for that, thank you, Mr. Anzalian.
You're welcome. Yes. I hope that you implement that already according to your lifestyle.
Yeah, sure.
Don't answer that one. Okay, so today we are here to talk about a pertinent issue, which is social justice. We're going to be talking about social justice on the global stage, the national level, and most importantly, the university level as well, with our very own Dean of Students. So 20th February is the World Day of Social Justice as per the United Nations, and this year's sub-theme we will introduce later. So what is social justice?
Social justice refers to the distribution of resources, opportunities, and also the privileges to all the people equally, so that there's no any biasness, there's no any levels. Whoever is in the society needs the opportunities to thrive and survive in the society.
So it is fair and just distribution of resources.
So
what is very critical is all about fairness and the justice when it comes to the distribution of the resources, whereby all the community. And of course, this is very important also for the sustainable community development, because it cuts across. So it's something very critical.
So, sir, just to get this out of the way, because I can't wait to hear your perspective on this. If we gave you a magic wand and we told you can eliminate one social justice overnight, injustice overnight, what would be your pick? One social injustice completely gone.
Yeah, what's very important when it comes to the practices in the community at large. So in this point, we are talking about the one aspect, as you are talking, the one approach which you can use to have a justice community is having a good governance. Talking about good governance, whereby there is in the setting of the governance structure, the members or all peoples that community they have equal participation at that level.
That is a very smart answer, because as we know, the government is actually the one who's responsible for providing the justice. So if there is a good government, we literally have ruled out everything.
Exactly.
Yes. Because even we are talking about those the core factors. When I talk about the good governance, the issue of transparency, equity, whereby human rights, democracy, all the practices, accountability, they are very critical. And once you reach at that level, then you are talking about the justice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we can see that, as we know, all of us now, that you are the Dean of Students, it means that in our university, you are the main person as us students we will be approaching if we feel injustice is going on in our university. So what exactly sparked you in your life that made you realize that you need to be the Dean of Students so as to be there for the students of KCMUCo? What exactly gave you that momentum to think about?
Okay, thank you very much. A very nice question. It's very critical. And when you are talking about the university life, it's we can say it's a tough level of education, so to speak. And university life requires students to be stable socially, politically, economically, and spiritually. So when I talk about justice, it's already at a level whereby the students at this university level, talking about the students, they can move, they can comply with their life since their level of stability is high. That's what I can highlight at this level. So, and at the university level, so we do have, for example, this structure. The structure of the college is there, and for the case of students, we have the students' bylaws and prospectus to make sure that the students, the environments is conducive, is supporting students to attain their academic excellence.
Yes, sir, definitely. So I have one follow-up question to this. That is, of course, we spoke about a structure, a way for students to approach the management, but in every bureaucracy, in every structure, I think there is some friction that makes a student think that, okay, if I have a certain issue, I have to first approach my CR, then they have to approach the ministers, then the ministers will approach you, and so on. Do you think that all this red tape actually discourages students from seeking help on some more personal issues? And how do we plan on dealing with that?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. That's also a very good observation when it comes to the bureaucracy in the settings. Of course, you cannot avoid bureaucracy. It's there to help us in order to have a sustainable way of addressing things. But for the case of students and even staff at this university, we're talking about because you have different policies. There are more than 100 policies. These policies can guide any students or staff to attain a certain goal. Yeah. So even if you go to the college website, you find a lot of policies, which of course facilitate this process.
Definitely.
Yes.
So I can ask you, like, while you have been as the Dean of Students,
Yes.
who has been your actually idol in the terms of the figures in the social justice history? Like, who has been your idol?
Yeah, of course, I've read a lot of literatures when it comes the practices, on the social justice and in a very sustainable ways. For example, you can refer to Martin Luther King, whereby he related a lot of things. You remember even that speech of Have a Dream, a very moving one when it comes there. The community in a very sustainable way. But even in our settings, in our continent, we have Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, a great person from South Africa.
Yes. I think this week you can recall about the apartheid movement.
Yeah.
What is going on at the global level. Those are the key figures when it comes to the practice of social justice. But also if you go to Far East, when I talking about the Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi. From his country. That's why he knows.
I'm proudly Tanzanian.
Okay. Yeah, Mahatma Gandhi. You know,
Yeah.
whereby you address, whereby you you go against, let's say, like colonial oppressions in a very non-violent way.
That was his way.
No?
That was his way.
Yes.
He was a very calm person.
Yeah, calm.
Yeah.
You know, calmness. You know, even a purpose comes when you are calm. It's whereby you can analyze things critically and come up with clear answers.
Take some advice.
Calmness.
Yeah, I respect Mahatma Gandhi a lot. You know, when you go to India, you must respect him. He's in every note. Yeah, he is money there. So I need to respect that
Social justice.
social justice.
Yeah. Okay. So moving on to our sub-theme for today's podcast, which is strengthening a just transition for a sustainable future. So let me just introduce this sub-theme because it's a bit heavy. What we are trying to focus on is, as we move into a world of, we move into a greener world with the greener movements towards electric cars and fossil fuel free economies, stuff like that. There is this sub-theme is trying to say that no one should be left behind. So if our friends in the Western nations, in the more developed nations, are moving on to these things, and we are not moving at the same pace as them, then we stand to suffer quite a bit. Because as we know that whenever there is developing countries bear the biggest burden of climate change, even though we're not actually responsible for the industrialization that has caused this, the mining, etc., etc. So how do we prevent this from moving into the future, taking it into the future with us? So I would like to hear your point on this.
Yeah. And that's, of course, this movement is very critical, what I can see, because now we are talking about how to address the impact of climate change on people's livelihood. So it started from it's an international level, but it's cut across to the local level. Yeah, and you can see even the movement in our country. When you're talking about the use of solar, the use of biogas and the other, the use of these gases, whereby we are talking about reducing the emission of the reduction of emission of greenhouse gases. Yes. So it's something which is very important, and of course, everyone is responsible. Even it's like even just when you are wherever you are living, you can calculate yourself in your locality. How much in terms of environmental pollution, as well as the normal practices wherever you are.
Yeah.
You can do a calculation.
Everybody drives that car.
Yes, for example, if you are driving a car, for example, when you're driving a car, are you driving a car when the tires are flat?
Yeah.
You use a lot of fuel, but once you have your tire, you have inflated it well.
It's less resistant.
So it's so everyone is responsible.
Everyone
At any level.
at any.
How much is a matter of you to calculate how much carbon dioxide are we emitting in our locality, and what can be done? Because at the local level also, you can think of you can start a tree planting campaign. Is it addressing carbon dioxide, isn't it?
Right.
So we can associate all these campaigns at the local level, as well as you can go there to the global level.
Yeah, I mean, on that issue, when I was in all levels, my mathematical teacher, while he was teaching geometry, he said that geometry actually shows you about life, because he first drew a simple line, and then he said, this is just a one line.
Yes.
But then when I draw a lot of lines, I make a complex structure, a complex figure. And he said that's how life is. Everything can be broken down into simplicity. That's why even when we look on this aspect of climate change, it is about industry, it's the main thing, but not even the car driving and everything, also that contributes. And just like how you say, planting trees, we can start planting one tree and then induce other people to plant more trees. The simplicity of the chain which we are starting will actually create a very complex change.
It's a very good idea to have just highlighted. You mean everyone is talking about the drawing lines from the simplicity to more complexity.
Yeah.
And the idea is also yourself. You can even because this thing also associated with the non-communicable diseases. You can associate it. For example, instead of using a car, sometimes you have just to walk around, or you can just use the bicycle.
Yeah.
So you can have a compound effect. Then, if like you are talking about one person, two, and you have created awareness on the level of the. I mean, you are talking about the impact of climate change. And you have educated the community on how it is impacted the livelihood. You can have even some pictures where there is places where there is drought, incidents of floods because of this impact.
And one more analogy I would like to add, which as medical students I think you can relate to, is that we all started our lives with one cell.
Yes.
For those of you who are
we
must appreciate
He must
the biology
topic. He must go his favorite topic in biology.
Shout out to Dr. Bahaji.
That's actually production and embryology. Yeah.
Okay. So moving on, you know what they say is if you can't explain a 5-year-old a topic, then the topic is too complex for the masses. So now to pose the difficult question, sir, we would like you to explain social justice and this touch of climate change in the simplest possible words.
Yeah, when talking about social justice, of course, initially we have already highlighted some of the issues, the components of the social justice, but in short, in a very clear way, social justice is whereby in a community settings, wherever from the local level, the more global, whereby there is caring for there is sustainable community development or sustainable caring of the community in a very way whereby there is fairness and justice in that community. So it's something that is very important for the sustainability of community.
Okay.
Yes.
And that was a well put, simple way to, give it a crux of this complex topic.
Yes.
But now there's something called greenwashing, and let me explain what greenwashing is.
Yeah,
it's not what you think.
I thought there's a soap and we're washing clothes with
That's why I need to take this liberty to explain, so we don't end up looking like a moron from Mars. So greenwashing, so greenwashing is this practice that companies engage in to market their products to the masses in a way that wants to say that they are sustainable. For example, on coffee brands, I'm not naming anyone, on coffee brands or coffee packets, you might see sustainably grown or stuff like that, and maybe they're selling stuff like biodegradable bags, which is a good thing, but in effect it's not as biodegradable or having that much of a green effect compared to the usual thing, maybe even more harmful sometimes. So what do you think about this practice of greenwashing?
Yeah, I think it's something because it is very much connected. That's when you're talking about the use of organic products. Yeah, avoiding use of inorganic product or compounds.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, because in a normal circumstance, when we are talking about the use of organic, if the the nature of recycling those products is simple, and it is natural.
Yes.
Yeah.
I start remembering organic chemistry. Thanks to my A-level and all.
I started remembering the recycling cycle. Use, reuse, recycle.
That's for one.
That's it. Okay. You don't have to make me feel like I forgot.
You need it, you're still coming for I only reached for five.
We're still learning.
We're still coming for one.
You hope that the manageable segments.
Yeah.
Getting somewhere.
So start to get a bit more personal here.
Yes.
And I wanted to, I mean, we've all had our experiences in society.
Yes.
You considerably more than us. So there's always, each person experiences some kind of injustice somewhere, maybe institutionally, maybe family-wise, maybe just by society in general. So do you have any personal stories you would like to share based on something you have experienced in your journey to here?
Yeah, well, thank you very much. What I can highlight when it comes to the issue of justice and that oppressive nature, which is might be in the community, is anyone is allowed to speak it out, to share, to convey. It means you can once you can share in case you are having a challenge. Once you share within the structure or at the individual level, it's one step. Because when you're talking about these issues of gender, justice, and whatever, without conveying, without communicating, the community will go. Some people will be oppressed without the awareness of the community. So that's the one thing. But on my side, what also I just want to say, at the individual level, anyone can reach a certain level. That's why you connected it, and you find it in our foundation of faith lectures.
Yes.
Whereby we know when we're talking about the foundation of the religions, the focus of the religions is to help the community or to help an individual.
Yes.
That's what has been helped even myself. Religious basically to help the individual to move to a certain level at that segmented or manageable goals. So anyone, any individual can play part, because even when we're talking about justice, it has a strong to be even in our religions.
Yes.
Whereby we're talking about the religions should focus on bringing justice to the community.
Yeah. That's actually one of the main aspects.
Because of our love,
religion.
we're talking about love. We are talking about the caring,
Togetherness.
compassion, togetherness. Yeah, those are because we are talking about justice. It starts from those small things. Then to form a just community.
The religions have always highlighted every type of relationship which needs care and love, whether be it a marriage, whether it be a father, mother, whether be it even your neighbors, whether be it even in the society. Like it has highlighted everything. That's why we normally say religion is a very perfect ideology of life.
The guiding light of humanity.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So foundation of faith is very important.
Is right.
That's
But
very important.
now,
Yes.
the controversial self that I am, I must ask you this question. Because I remember this was a question in our foundation of faith class,
Yes.
and we did not get time to ask the sir here his view on this topic.
Yes.
So today I'm here yet again for you guys. So,
Yeah.
like we spoke,
Yes.
that religion is the guiding light,
Yes.
and religion is important for humans to guide them on a spiritual level, on laws, on how to live life, etc.
Yeah.
No doubt it is important, but there is between religion and democracy, the interaction between the two.
Yes.
Do you think they should be interlinked, or do you think that democracy should be its own thing, like not influenced by religion?
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. It's a very important question.
It's a very critical question.
Yeah. And then
Looks like you have kept the professor
In a tight spot.
in the hot seat. Stay better.
No, he was always kind to us.
But the question actually is not very much complicated on my side, because when you are talking about justice, when you are talking about democracy, the focus, what we are aiming is to have a community whereby the people are very intelligent. And even though that's why you may will discuss, you may be a religious person as well as you may take part in the leadership of the government. Because for example, now we are talking about good governance. If you are a religious person and you are talking about good governance, maybe you might be entitled to be even a member of parliament or a minister. If you are religious and you are in that positions, it means justice will prevail.
To be honest, yeah, I mean, religion always makes you a better person.
He got us, man.
Religion always makes you, like, there's no religion in this world which will be telling you to be a thief or to be a murderer or to commit any crimes. It will actually tell you how to abstain from those things.
How to abstain from it, definitely. Yeah. So now, the tough parts are finally over for our good guest here, who has been supportive throughout my and my colleagues' round of questioning. So now we're moving on to the more fun, unpredictable stuff, just like life is. So please go ahead. Hit him with the rapid fire questions.
So, Professor, I'll be asking you questions on various aspects which are not educational.
Yes.
I want to see how social. We are talking about social. How social you are.
Remove the justice.
Yeah, we remove the
Don't
justice.
forget it.
I'm not forgetting it. I'm just keeping it apart.
Yes.
But let's continue on the social aspect. But before that, I would like to highlight something from my civics teacher. When you were talking, Professor said about freedom of speech, right? Like an individual should have a freedom of speech.
Yes,
but please, gentlemen and ladies, do not use this freedom in a bad way. I remember my teacher was like, doesn't mean that you have freedom of speech. You want to convey your message, you can just say it with no breaks or with no filter. I mean, there is a way of conveying it, but a bit humble. Okay, we'll start with the sports.
Yes.
Football is the main sport.
Yes.
Which country has won the most FIFA World Cups?
Can you come again?
Which country has won the most FIFA World Cups?
Yeah, I think Brazil.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay,
I don't remember some of the football players there, like Ronaldo,
Nazario, Ronaldinho, Gaucho.
Yes.
Right. Okay, now let's start with a simple one, just to cheer up. What's the capital city of Tanzania?
The first of Tanzania is Dodoma.
Dodoma.
It's not Dar es Salaam.
Okay. We will get them.
Yes, and you're saying something?
And then, of course, you can see what is going on in Dodoma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And from even the operation activities of the government, now it's trying to get to Dodoma.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And then the second the country.
Yeah.
So it's an advantage for Italy.
Okay. Which ocean lies to the east of Tanzania?
Ocean.
East.
Is it Indian Ocean?
Yes, it is.
I believe you would have delayed it by 1 minute. Hassan was going to look at me.
I'm telling you, I have been grown up with this Indian Ocean. Zanzibar is like you can't live in Zanzibar without interacting with the Indian Ocean.
Of course.
Now let's come to.
And Zanzibar is a nice place to stay.
Yeah, nice place to stay. Peace and love.
Yeah.
Social justice. Nothing bad there. Okay. Now let's come to the movies.
Yeah.
Which animated film features a lion cub named Simba?
Really?
Yeah. It's an animation.
Go again. I think you messed up.
Okay. It's an animation movie, a cartoon.
Yes.
Okay. It has a lion cub, which is named Simba.
Simba Sports Club?
No, that's a football club. I'm talking about
animation.
Yeah, it's a movie like
Kids love it.
kids love it. It's a very famous one.
Yeah, it's a massive kids movie. Normally, I'm not good in watching movie, of course. I can.
So the answer is the Lion King.
Lion King.
Yeah.
Lion King.
Yeah.
The Lion King.
Okay. Now let's go to more local. Okay.
More local. No, we need to ask this one. I'm very sure he doesn't know this.
Yes,
he
one.
does. I want you to cut that out.
2 minutes.
Which movie series
Yes.
is famous for the line, "May the Force be with you"? It's a very popular friendship. There's a lot
Trust me, I will not know.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the term made the first debut. Actually, I first thought this might be a religious movie.
I can see when my kids normally do watch CBC.
It's not a religious movie at all.
It's not.
It's a very modern
It's
movie.
a space-linked fictional
A
movie.
fictional movie. Normally, in which is it was prepared in USA.
Yeah, it was a Hollywood movie. They fight with lightsabers. Like,
Okay.
they wear white.
Why do you call it? So, I mean, do you really not know? They do fight with those. That's what they do fight with those films.
I can't be 100% sure.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
It's Star
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
learning these things.
Yeah.
It's very important to be. That's a good thing to link with the TAMSA.
Yeah.
You get some of
Just like how our theme says, strengthening a just transition. Forget everything, a just transition. So we are transiting.
Focus on pathology, kijana. Move on.
Good one. Now let's go to more local Tanzanian singers.
Yes.
Which Tanzanian singer is widely known as King of Bongo Flava?
Oh, King of Bongo Flava.
Yeah, he's a very famous one.
We're thinking about this Swahili Bongo Flava.
Yeah, he's a very famous one.
Should we give you options?
Yes, you know.
Give him options.
Okay. A. Rayvanny. B. Harmonize.
Harmonize.
C. Diamond Platnumz.
Then I'm okay.
Or D. Alikiba.
Ali Kiba.
Okay, so
You
what is that?
highlighted 3 of them. So I don't know which is the answer.
Is it not Diamond?
It is Diamond Platnumz.
Diamond. Okay.
Yeah, I sometimes I go for
Zombie. Now, can you mention even one hit song of Diamond Platnumz which you remember? That's gonna be a very tough one.
yeah, that is tough for sure.
Any hit song. Should I remove the hit for you? Okay, any song of Diamond.
Come on, say
Any song.
this.
I mean, they've been playing it so much in the TNRs.
Yeah, I can see when you have been playing that.
Yeah, any song. You can even say a line of the song. Then Ali will say the song.
No, there is no way.
There's no way.
You can even say a line of
I am
song.
not getting it.
It's like I'm not very much in that frequency.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
Okay.
Can you come?
Okay, but what about we ask you who is your favorite singer? Any from
You can
any
even
time.
say Shireen or whoever.
And my favorite singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I have some or some of the gospel singers. I would prefer listening to them very much. But I usually also to listen to this costume music.
Coast music.
Costume music.
And they also the old music, the members. Yeah, I've been for that.
Is there a song of Zilipendwa for Diamond? I think there is a Zilipendwa song for Diamond. Yeah, he has a Zilipendwa song. Zilipendwa.
Yeah, they might get it with copyright.
Okay.
Okay, this one I'm going to ask. What is the tallest mountain in Africa?
And it's our nearby. You know, even it has to do with the naming of our university, Kilimanjaro.
Like,
She's got
like it's everywhere. TAMSA KCMUCo.
Yes.
MN.
Yeah.
KCMC. It's everywhere.
I think they should put it on the tail of Air Tanzania. Why just giraffes? It's not fair. We should put
Giraffe is the
mountain
national
as well.
animal.
But that is the highest mountain in Africa.
I'm telling you, his evolution went sideways.
Other people have giraffes, but they don't have a Mount Kilimanjaro. Mark my words.
Yeah, it's a good observation.
It's a good observation. He sometimes makes points,
Yeah.
but sometimes he makes points by using baseless accusations.
Arguments.
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 Which continent is home to the Sahara Basin?
African continent.
African continent.
Yes.
Okay.
To end on the last question,
Yes.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Yes.
And in the 10 seconds,
Yes.
I want you to mention as much as you can Africa countries.
To mention them.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
So should we
That
start?
is Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, Algeria, Nigeria, Ghana, Congo, Ethiopia.
10 seconds and I'll...
One country per second. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Should we?
I was expecting that.
Should we put him in a tighter spot? Should we? Should we, sir? Should we do this? One last question to end it up.
Then we end the
We end
The podcast.
the podcast.
Like he just wants to keep you in that tight spot. He needs to feel what he felt in good year one. He wants
the
to
anatomy of
The anatomy.
anatomy of physiology. What was complicated?
Oh, anatomy,
Anatomy.
definitely anatomy.
How about physiology?
Physiology is, I like understanding how stuff works. So
But-
physiology comes naturally to me.
Oh,
But
so it-
anatomy,
Yeah.
oh my god,
Because you have to memorize.
the frontal cortex.
It hurts. How about biochemistry?
Oh, biochemistry is tough, no doubt. It's because biochemistry as a subject is very technical. Like you have to remember chemical names and I don't know the minute details. You know, stuff that makes you
like, to be honest, anatomy and biochemistry is both credit. But at least anatomy, you can refer to your body, like you can actually see, like, you know, digit minores, digitalis, flexes. But biochemistry, the pathways occur in a cellular level in your body. You can't even go and ask your enzyme, hey enzyme, what's up? Can you tell me what's going on in glycolysis? No one will gonna answer you.
no way to know if you eat mihogo what enzyme is working. It's just working.
Just not to walk on your teeth.
You feel better after this. Okay, last type of question.
Yes.
I want you to.
But now we just want to know how was the foundation of faith?
Well, foundation of faith for me, it was a very good thing. It was mostly based on Islam. Yeah, it was a good thing. Differences about Shia and Sunni, who's Ali to Muhammad, about Sharia, about Araba. But just some questions, yeah, I think they were interesting.
Yeah.
The bread, the wine. Yeah, I mean, we had to, but yeah, I don't know.
No, but you see, I think that foundation of faith was a subject I did not expect. In like uni, I did not know that we would be studying foundation of faith, which was a nice touch because all the other subjects, maybe apart from professionalism and ethics and community, they touch on the the more scientific side, the how to behave in a professional setting way. But foundation of faith was, it was more natural. It is something that taught us about. It elaborated on the differences between our religions, of course, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism. But what it taught us is that all religions, at the end of the day, point to one thing, which is be close to your God and be good. And that is, I think, what we needed to hear, even though we know. But with all the thing that goes around on social media, some people get distracted that these people are like this, those people are like that, because of maybe some differences, some troublemakers here there. But foundation of faith clears a lot of that stuff up. And also it discusses controversial topics like euthanasia.
That's what you presented.
I did.
Yes, that's what you presented. Why did you not say abortion?
Why did you talk about Islam? That's what you presented?
No, I presented abortion.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, foundation of faith is not only based in clinical wise,
Yeah.
it also makes you a better person.
It makes you a better person.
It makes you a better
Thank you very
person.
much.
Yeah.
You come to that way.
Hard question. I was about to say he's trying to distract us from the hard question. But we will persevere.
Yeah.
Okay, so putting you in a tight spot with your student government right now.
Yes.
In 10 seconds, I want you to mention as many ministers, not looking there,
Oh.
as many ministers as you can. Let's go.
The thing is, for in these settings,
Okay.
when it comes to the student government,
Yeah.
it's just their autonomy. I just want to highlight because in my thinking myself, I just guided them. But there is president, vice president,
Okay.
and then they have their structure.
Okay.
So myself, I don't like it sometimes my family I don't mention some of the leaders of the state government.
Of
He
course.
is that busy.
But myself, what I normally take responsibility.
Yeah.
A very keen responsibility is in the election, for example, the president and vice president. But once after the election and after but also speaker, vices, the deputy speaker, and the secretary of the parliament. Once I'm done with that, the rest is for the structure.
For them too.
Okay, so
Because I don't appoint even ministers.
so for that, let's make it more easier. I want you, starting from President Muko,
Yes.
who is the current president, you should come backwards to the previous presidents for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So we start
Before-
at one.
Then Kivilegan, then you have interim government of Evodios, interim government.
Okay, we did not know that.
That interim government.
I just know Zablon.
Zablon, before Zablon,
Yeah.
we had Evodios.
Okay.
You remember?
I wasn't there.
We went there.
Then we had Julius.
Okay.
Then we had the Immaculate Emmanuel.
Well, 10
5 years
seconds.
is pretty good.
10
Five-
seconds are yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Nation,
What?
you literally heard them.
What? No.
What I say?
This is injustice. I was listening to know, not to remember.
Okay. So I hope you guys have enjoyed our first episode of podcast with the one and only the Dean of Students, Professor Anza Lema, and the guardian of all students. Thank you for this. And to be honest, this all is also a very hard work of our cameraman, the one and only Elias Benibaya from Sojo Defa.
Well, thank you so much for being here, our honored professor. We appreciate your time. We hope we get to do this again, probably sometime. And so we will call this an end. Thank you so much for your time, guys, and we hope you tune in to episode 2. Let us know what we can improve on, what we can talk more about, and hopefully we did put our good guest here in very tight spots. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the TAMSA podcast.
This is Osa reporting.